ABC 10 News at 11 starts now.
More asylum-seeking girls at the San Diego Convention Center have tested positive for COVID-19. As of this afternoon, the number of cases is now up to 82. Good evening. I'm Steve Atkinson.
And I'm Kimberly Hunt. Our ABC 10 News reporter Laura Acevedo has an update on the girls and how volunteers are now trying to provide comfort.
None of the girls required any hospitalization, and they are all isolated on a separate floor. Just 4 days after city and county officials first welcomed migrant girls to the convention center, there are now 82 cases of COVID-19 among them. According to Health and Human Services, 59 were positive before arrival. 23 have since tested positive. In the meantime, county officials say they've received requests from the community asking how they can help. One of those wanting to help is Mimi Pollock.
I know immigration is a hot topic. I hope people can open their hearts.
ABC 10 News first spoke to Pollock in 2019 when she volunteered to help asylum seekers as they were released from ICE custody to wait their hearings. Back then, the group would help them coordinate travel and provide stuffed animals for the children.
A stuffed animal might just bring some fuzzy comfort.
Pollock has stuffed animals left over from her volunteer work and is now on a mission to collect more to give to the girls.
Something that might provide some comfort that's, that they can touch, hold.
Pollock has been in touch with Supervisor Nora Vargas's office and SBCS, formerly South Bay Community Services. For now, donations are not accepted and people are encouraged to either volunteer or donate to a fund on the SBCS website. But Pollock says she wants to be ready if and when they are able to take the stuffed animals.
I'd like to have them all set, ready, clean, bags set ready in my garage so that when I can finally make contact and find out how I can get the animals to the girls, I'm able to say, okay, I've got them.
Laura Acevedo, ABC 10 News.
Breaking news now. Police tell us someone shot and killed a man who was breaking into their home. This is what the scene looks like right now from our ABC 10 News breaking news tracker. This is off 43rd Street in Mount Hope. Police got the call about 9:15. We are working to get more information on exactly what happened.
Also new at 11, a scary situation on an MTS trolley car. Police say that a man armed with a gun was threatening suicide. This was at the train station downtown near Petco Park. Police brought in a SWAT team and they were able to clear the area. That man was safely taken into custody and then was taken to a hospital for treatment. As you can see at the bottom of your screen right there, you can see the phone number for a lifeline to call if you too need help. We turn now to a powerful testimony in the Derek Chauvin trial today. As ABC's Rena Roy reports, several witnesses were on the stand describing what they saw when George Floyd died last May.
On day 2 in court, the jury heard from Minneapolis firefighter Genevieve Hansen recalling how she was not allowed to give George Floyd medical assistance, calling 911 herself.
I literally watched police officers not take a pulse and not do anything to save a man. And I am a first responder myself.
When you couldn't do that, how did that make you feel?
Totally distressed.
Were you frustrated?
Yes.
The 18-year-old who recorded that disturbing viral video of Floyd's last moments that sparked outrage across America also testifying.
He cried for his mom. He was in pain. It seemed like he knew. It was over for him.
Her 9-year-old cousin saying former police officer Derek Chauvin kept his knee on Floyd's neck even after the paramedics arrived.
And when they asked him nicely to get off of him, what did he do?
Still stayed on.
2 other teenaged bystanders told the court that as Floyd grew weaker, Chauvin applied even more pressure on his neck.
At one point, I saw him put more and more weight onto him.
And how could you tell that?
I saw his back foot or leg lift off the ground and his hands go in his pocket.
The defense argues the officers saw that crowd of onlookers as a threat, but he didn't press the issue with those teenage girls who testified. In Minneapolis, Rena Roy, ABC News.
A man charged with killing 3 people after driving onto the sidewalk into a homeless encampment will be released and put into house arrest. The judge says the 72-year-old is at risk of COVID if he stayed in jail. ABC 10 News reporter Anthony Pura has more on the judge's decision.
72-year-old Craig Voss appeared in a screen in front of a judge during his virtual hearing Tuesday. Voss is accused of driving his station wagon into a homeless encampment on March 15, killing 3 people and injuring several others. The crash happened in an underpass on B Street near San Diego City College. His bail previously set at $1 million. His attorney argued that Voss wouldn't be able to pay that he's been unable to work after suffering a stroke in 2018. She asked that Voss be put in house arrest until his trial proceedings, saying he's not a flight risk and is at high risk of contracting and dying of COVID-19 in jail.
He is of advanced age. He is 71 years old. He has diabetes and he has a heart condition.
The deputy district attorney wanted bail set at $500,000. She says Voss is still a threat. She says during the March 15th crash, Voss had a meth pipe on him when he was arrested. Toxicology tests detected low levels of methamphetamine. Voss is also on several medications, and the prosecutor said there was nothing to stop him from driving a car again.
3 of those medications, the side effects are very clear. They're dizziness, possible nausea, lightheadedness. One of them has a severe driving warning on it, saying that the individual could suddenly fall asleep.
The judge agreed to house arrest, though with terms.
I'm real concerned about Mr. Voss being incarcerated at his age. We all know everything you read and hear is the most susceptible people to not only COVID, but deaths by COVID are people over 65.
ABC 10 News spoke with attorney Jan Ronis. He is not involved with the case, but says the decision appears to have a lot to do with the pandemic.
Certainly COVID had changed the rules in so many ways, not only in the criminal justice system, but across the board around the world. But quite frankly, this would have been unheard of in pre-COVID days.
Anthony Pura, ABC 10 News.
While on house arrest, Voss will have to wear a GPS tracking device, wear a drug patch to monitor substances in his system, and he also has to surrender his driver's license. And as of tonight, Voss has not yet been released from jail. If convicted, he faces up to 20 years in prison.
There are concerns tonight about a potential 4th wave of coronavirus cases as new, more contagious variants spread and more states ease restrictions. The number of new cases is climbing in more than half the country, up 15% in just the last 2 weeks. Hospital admissions are also up in 11 states. Doctors in Michigan say they are seeing an uptick in younger, unvaccinated patients.
A lot of these individuals have been doing all those things in public that we've been warning about, gathering together in large groups, going to bars and restaurants.
In the meantime, a report by the WHO and China found the virus likely originated in bats and was eventually transmitted to humans. But the U.S. and 13 other countries have expressed concerns about that report, saying the process lacked transparency. Back here at home, the county reported 277 new cases today, while the test positivity rate fell to 3%. But another 8 San Diegans have lost their lives to this virus, bringing our total to more than 3,500.
A woman accused of using the personal information from prison inmates to get more than $1 million in unemployment benefits pleaded not guilty today. Marichelle Marquez and 2 others are charged in the alleged scheme. Prosecutors say they used the names of 64 inmates to apply for unemployment benefits, which inmates are not eligible to receive. The trio allegedly had the benefits mailed to their homes or North County P.O. boxes. They face 3 to 12 years in prison if convicted on all charges.
President Biden is creating a task force to respond to the growing violence against Asian Americans. This comes after another horrific attack captured on video. And we're not going to show the whole assault because it's just too brutal and graphic. A 65-year-old New Yorker was walking to church when a man kicked her and then stomped on her head 3 times. He allegedly said that she, quote, didn't belong here. She was hospitalized with serious injuries, but adding insult, surveillance video shows, look at this, witnesses watch the attack, then leave the woman in the street, even closing the door. Neighbors are shocked.
It was shocking to see someone like that just randomly kick you for being a certain race. So we're kind of outraged right now, our community.
The workers who left the woman in the street, they are now suspended.
New information about a strange crash involving a tow truck. The tow truck was driving on Hamashaw Road in El Cajon around 5:30 this evening. Police say for some reason it swerved and hit a black car. The tow truck then crashed into trees and the driver ran off. The driver later returned but now faces hit and run charges. The driver, 2 people in the other car all went to the hospital with serious injuries.